What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at you with another reaction video. Before we get into this, guys, be sure to smash that like button. It helps me out every single click I get. Be sure to sub up, hit that notification bell over to the all position. Now, we checking out some Upchurch vlogs here. He's got one called You-Eff-Oh Part 1. Dude, I always love when church gets into the alien shit. So, without further ado, let's jump up in it.
All right, let's talk UFO, UAP, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Let's talk about it. Now, if you've clicked on this video, you've probably seen the UFO, UAP hearing they had the other day.
I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf.
I think it was pretty cool getting to see, how
I did not see that.
Government officials and people in Congress talk about it and be open to it out in the open for everyone to see. My favorite thing about the whole entire hearing was the fact that now this talking point will be approached different and looked at different amongst different groups talking about it all over the world, whether it's your front yard or whether it's motherfuckers at NASA. Now it appears everybody from us to motherfuckers who are allowed to fly $50 million jets are on the same page. Keyword appears. Why do I say appears like that? Because, hey, Google what a coup is.
The government always got some shit going on, bro. They're never fully transparent with us.
A coup is a sudden, decisive exercise of force in politics, and especially the violent overthrow or alteration of an existing government by a small group. If you watch the UFO hit.
And coup, I'm pretty sure I've seen just in scrolling here there that there's actually a coup going on somewhere in the world. I think it's over in the Eastern Hemisphere right now.
Hearing, you know why I'm saying that. All right, let's start with something simple. The abbreviation change of these things. It's been UFO for a very long time. Out of nowhere, they changed it to UAP. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, they're trying to distract us and they're trying to cover up the aliens.
Right when we talk about that Navy pilot spotting some object go from like 60,000 feet down to sea level and like that, all of a sudden it's UAP.
I look at that as a clue. So UFO, unidentified flying object. UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. So they know it's not an object, and now by the physics, it is not flying. It doesn't fly. It's not an object. They don't appear to have wings. They don't appear to have pilots.
I mean, I don't know if I'm on the same page with him as far as the object thing goes, but not flying, yeah, 100%. It's manipulating gravity or doing something else.
That are the size that we are. It doesn't appear to have fuel, propulsion, a route, a commonplace, nothing. These things have been known to sit perfectly still in stage 4 hurricanes. It's not affected by wind. It's not affected by liquid. It's not affected by...
Interesting. So I see where he's talking about with this not being an object and why it's a phenomena. But I guess, I mean, you could also use it so you could encompass more things other than just flying objects, like things you may see in the sky that you can't explain, like lights and different things that you don't know if it's an object. It's just you see light being emitted somewhere.
It ain't affected, okay? Which means you can't build another flying object that performs good enough to catch it or destroy it. The abbreviation UFO was not correct for its physics, so they changed it. And even what they changed it to is really not the right abbreviation, because we've been knowing for years that off of the Navy's video of the Tic Tac, it's not just aerial. It goes in the ocean. It's aquatic as well, apparently.
At precisely 11 p.m., the unidentified sphere seemingly vanished into the ocean.
Whoa, splashed. When they say splash, that doesn't mean there was a physical splash. That means this object went into the water, or they suspect it did.
And think about it. How you think that makes, you know, how military people feel if they have nothing to do with this? Probably like, oh, fuck. If it's outmaneuvering our jets the way it does, and they can't catch it in the air.
When you're used to being a part of the Air Force or the Navy, that's basically unparalleled by anybody else. And all of a sudden it's like, shit, we might not have enough to deal with whatever the fuck this is.
And then all of a sudden this thing's like, fuck it, I want to go in the ocean. Bye. Boom. Hits the ocean at fucking 18 G's. What's the plane gonna do? Hey, submarine, is any of y'all around here? The plane can't catch this thing. The fucking submarine definitely can't catch it. Look how every military is structured in the entire world. They have different sections for shit. That's why you have the Marines, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, all the different shit. We have it in sections. They have something that is everything at one time. We ain't
just all of it.
We ain't even near there yet. You know what the crazy thing is? I ain't seen nobody mention anything ever about weapons being on these things. When have you ever heard anyone be like, yeah, there's a weapon on there? Or I suspect a weapon to be attached to this. 0 times of weapons. Ever. In all of history. 0 weapons. Even all the times our Air Force has claimed to purposely chase the fuck out of these things. Not once have you ever heard them be like, yeah, it fired a bullet at me or a laser or...
I mean, with those kind of skills, those kind of, like, defying physics the way we know it, like, what need would it have for a weapon if it can always get away?
Nothing. It's like it's playing with you harmlessly. And you know what the interesting thing about that is? That's a human property. That's a human thing humans do. We trick dogs. We think it's funny. We trick babies. That we think it's funny. We trick our friends.
Some motherfucker from the future, like, coming in, like, I got advanced technology. I'm gonna fuck with these people.
Friends play jokes on them. We think it's funny. Why do these things appear to be doing the same exact thing except for, you know, with our fucking world government? And there's different forms of trickery. I mean, people, you know, in a sense, play tricks on people to rob stores. Or play tricks in a pursuing kind of way to be like, hey, it wasn't me, it was someone else. You know, those are all not good things. This thing's not doing that. This is like a playful manner, it seems like, personally to me. All right, now let's look at positioning ability of humans versus these things. All right, so let's go back to the UFO hearing. What do you hear these Navy pilots say? These things ascend and descend fast as fuck. They fly up. It's somewhere up. Up somewhere. So these craft can go from ground level to up in space somewhere in like seconds, right? Now let's look at human technology from ground to up. We've been to the moon 6 physical times. We only successfully done it 5 times. Only 12 men total have been on the moon in all of history. If going to the moon actually happened in the 60s, from the 60s to now, these stats are fucking horseshit. Not to mention, we got to set up a rocket for weeks and get ready and build it and have people gather around and be like, 10, 9.
And you can't fucking reuse it, apparently. I don't know. That's just my knowledge.
Right. By the time the fucking thing lifts off, the Tic Tac could have done, you know, went to Venus and back like 20 times. Next thing we're going to compare is the ocean. These things are always around the ocean. They're playing in the ocean. They're above the ocean. They're hitting the fucking ocean at high speeds. We can't even shoot a damn bullet into the water that is an aerodynamic bullet into the water without it, you know, I mean, if you ever shot the water, you know it fucks the bullet up, and the bullet doesn't go that far under. It just kind of gets fucked up. The impact is what fucks it all up. It's a solid meeting a liquid. There's an impact. These things are hitting the water at speeds that should definitely fuck them up. So is it not a solid? Probably not. How is it not affected by water? I don't know. It's something that's able to be an aerial phenomenon and an aquatic phenomenon at the same exact time. So that tells me that this thing can be transparent, and our Earth really doesn't matter to it if it can move through anything.
It manipulates matter. That's interesting.
Or does matter to it more than we think. Get it? Matter.
Ah!
Probably not, but it's alright.
Which is what I just referenced.
And I know y'all have seen the videos of it like flashing and like teleporting.
The fuck?
And if it's doing that, it's doing that
You know, I will say this. I can't wait till we have high-def fucking videos of this shit.
for a reason. What process is it doing when it's here and teleports, and then it's like over here, and it's showing you, hey, look, I can teleport. It's not doing it for a reason, not that we can see. It's doing it just to show whoever's looking. Just think about it. If they have multiple videos of this thing moving at the speed of light, and there's a streak behind it, and you're talking hundreds of miles in seconds, then what is the point of it teleporting 15 feet over and over? To be like, hey, look, you see me teleporting? Yeah,
It's literally just
muscle.
fucking with you.
The only thing I've seen with my own two eyes on our planet that is a burst of energy that goes and it kind of moves forwards a little bit, but it doesn't teleport. You can still see it, but it's a jet engine on a car. You're probably like, whoa, what the fuck? Look, drag strip shit, okay?
Jet cars, motherfucker! Yeah!
And what do you know? The fastest thing we have that can even kind of see them is the jet engine. But even that, a rail car with a jet engine on it has one direction. If it slightly goes off of that direction, you're fucked.
Whoa.
Even then, a jet engine on a plane,
I didn't know they actually crashed one of them motherfuckers. That's scary as shit.
you can only bank it so much before you're fucked.
Approximately 3/4 of the way around the turn, at 1416, the aircraft banked past 90 degrees, descended rapidly, clipped power lines, and hit the ground.
The only thing that I can think of that moves the most similar to these tic-tac things and stuff is a cursor on a computer.
Yikes.
Bro,
XP.
wait till you see part 2.
Dope. Dope, bro. I gotta say, like, I love when he gets into this deep think shit. I love pondering stuff like this. This is why I check out Upchurch vlogs. It really is. Y'all like this reaction video? Be sure to smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Be sure to check out Upchurch's page. Link is in the description below. As is my link tree for all my socials if you want to follow me on other platforms. I appreciate y'all being here as always. Got the hiccups as always. Catch you on the next one. Peace.